was trying to do was essentially put all of the building expenses on the condo owners rather than on equally sharing it with the hotel as well. So they literally just teamed up with the lawyer and just sued them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it might be worth at least looking into speaking with them to see if you guys can open up a discussion.
Right.
Because you are paying them, you know,
Right.
but yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, the more restrictions that they put on you, the harder it is for you to make money. So
right. And for the owner, I mean, and
yeah.
unfortunately that's I mean, I explained to them, they kind of are coming into it out, kind of falling out of season. So they, they anticipated, but I mean, we're getting, what I kind of saw happening was, months out, years out, whatever. A lot of people will book a year out for places like that.
You are the professionals on exactly what you're doing. So understanding that hiccups are going to come along the way. There's going to be people trying to tell you, to do it one way when it should be done your way or no way. And then what I wanted to do most importantly today is kind of figure out with each and every single one of you where you're at. Are you reaching out to property managers? Are you reaching out to the homeowners? Are you going overseas and reaching out to people who have larger, villas or boutique hotels or wherever the case may be? And then we can kind of focus more in on you and what you're, going after. So instead of just kind of talking to talk, again, just want to put it back on you guys. And then the last thing that I wanted to dive into once we're kind of done with this is just the importance of cleaners, whether you already have them or not, because we've ran into a lot of hiccups just with the whole organization structure and making sure that, if something does come up, whether there's something damaged, whether there's something stained, whether there's just an issue when they walk inside the property, that they're communicating those necessary things. Because what we just found out, I think I shared this the other week, is I believe you have 3 days after you submit an insurance claim with Airbnb or VRBO. Booking.com does not have an insurance claim, so you have to put a security deposit. Right? Again, Booking.com does not have any insurance claims. I just got into a fight with them 3 days ago because we had someone steal our brand new Keurig machine. They stole our trash can. They destroyed one of our tables. It was just, just overall is bad luck. And I thought that we had insurance. So where I was going with this is you have 3 days after you submit an insurance claim to actually call them to figure out why the guest has not accepted it. If they haven't accepted it, Airbnb should be giving you that money back. All right. So it just goes back to your cleaners, because you guys aren't walking in your properties after stays, right? It's your cleaners. So your cleaners are the ones that should be responsible of taking those pictures. If you have a blood stain, if there's a wine stain on the towel, or whatever the case may be, because those are the guest's fault. They're the ones that damage. They should be liable for actually paying for that damage.
It's really the towels that add up. Like we went through, I think it was like 41 washcloths
44.
month. Yeah, 44 washcloths. So it's like, and it doesn't seem like a lot when it's like every week you're like, okay, that's fine. It's ruined. We'll throw it out. But like when you go through like hundreds of towels in a year, it's just, you think about all the money that you could have kept, that you instead, threw into expenses. But yeah. So
we'll dive into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will dive into that. I'm going to show you our Excel spreadsheet that I keep, how I stay organized. But we actually today, right before this, we just hired out a, I guess, what do you want to call it? A commercial cleaner. So they're actually going to come and pick up our cleaning stuff for us and take it to a laundromat service and press it and everything else for us. And then anything damaged or stained, they're going to put in a separate pile. So it's just going to be less stress off our hands, because what you guys are going to start doing when you first start, and I'm sure Dan, Brian, even Heather, you're going to start noticing is you do your laundry. All right. So when you have, over 15 properties in one city, just think of how much laundry that is a week. I mean, we make 3 or 4 trips a week, and, think of your water bill, think of the time that you could be spending on your business. There's a lot of things that will add up to be able to just hire this out. But know at first you're going to do it. All right. You want to experience everything inside of your business to where you can move into just solely focusing on your business. And I'll promise you, it'll take 6 months, 8 months, a year or two until you figure everything out. We haven't figured everything out. That's why we share everything that we learn with you guys. So, so again, I just kind of want to go around. Brian, I know I'll start with you. You're the first person up there, especially with where we're going and finding other leads and things like that. What are you currently focusing on right now when reaching out to other prospects with the time that you have? I know you're a school teacher and everything else like that, but just kind of want to get a ballpark so we can kind of, better evaluate where you're at with inside the program.
Yeah, so I'm looking for leads in vacation spots in the US, and I need some assistance on it. So I've used hot pads. I'm probably for 1,000 right now. I don't know. So what I've been doing with hot pads is they have like whenever you type once, if you open up another one, I don't know if you noticed that, it keeps that same, what you said to one person. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I sent it a while. I've been on the phone with maybe 20 people. Maybe one guy is interested, but when I say the word sublease or Airbnb, people freak out. So that's kind of where I need some assistance. Is they're worried if there's a way about it without using the word sublease or,
Corporate
Airbnb.
housing.
Okay.
Corporate housing.
You can't say short-term rental. Just say corporate housing just to get your foot in the door.
Okay.
Yeah. Just say that, I wouldn't even mention that you're an Airbnb company. I would just say that you serve people that are traveling, for events or for business.
The biggest market right now, travel nurses. Again, they're cheap, but it works.
And that, stress also too, like that you're insured and all the liability still kind of falls on you. But I mean, it's in an LLC. So
I think the biggest thing, just to kind of piggyback off that, Brian, and for everyone else, is just start to kind of, pick up off of their emotional side, and start to build a relationship. So just figure out, exactly, who they are. Do they have other rental properties? Just kind of play with it a little bit. Don't try to sell yourself on the first call. Get a little bit more information. So what I tell people, and even through the program, is figure out, is it still up for rent? What's the price? Does he have other rental properties? You're looking for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, just kind of think of it on the other side of a regular renter that's coming in that is interested in just renting it out long-term. And then once you start to kind of get inside of his emotions, so then you can start to going, yeah, also I do this as well. I'm actually a property management company that deals with corporate housing, I'll house business travelers, travel nurses, and then event specific people coming into the area. And then even more based off location, if you are for instance, Heather, in the South in Florida, people are traveling there for vacation. So, I house people who are coming here, for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. And, the end goal is you're building a long lasting relationship that they never have to go out and find another tenant again. I am your guy. I'm going to be paying you $1,100 per month for the next 10, 20 years, as long as the relationship is the way that it's supposed to go. Learning curve for when we've created a team was, why did I not keep track of everything that I was doing wrong and doing well of, so I could put that into a document to be able to get to my team so they understand, if this comes up, this is how you respond. If they respond this way, this is what they do. So, and that's what an SOP is. It's a step-by-step process. If this, then this. If this, then this.
Yeah, and another thing too, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but when you build that list of properties that you want to go after, since these are residential properties, they're probably going to be buying these units in their own personal name. So you can do reverse searches with the county auditor, and actually get their contact info. I'm pretty sure it's just their phone number. But you can literally start importing that list into a Facebook ad campaign, or you can just physically start cold calling them. Yeah, so I would just really, I would just get started, and then we can kind of move forward and see what works.
Okay.
Love it. Cool.
Does that help, Shelby?
Yes, that does. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
Remember, hey, if you need something that's like, hey, I'm stuck on this during the week, just reach out to us. Honestly, I mean, Dan scheduled a call with us this week, and I was on the phone with him. I know he was really respectful of my time, so it was only 30 minutes. But I mean, I feel that we got a lot out of that 30-minute call. So I'm perfectly fine as long as my calendar is open. I'll send you my calendar link, and I'll hop on the call for however long as that time's available.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. All right. Does anyone else have any questions at all? We good? Okay.
How's
All
your
right, well,
guys' downtime?
Hmm.
Eh?
Eh.
Not good?
It's okay.
Well, yeah, we'll have it better next year. That
Yeah.
works.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk to you guys next week sometime.
Okay.